Welcome to Greens and Grains. Today we are going to learn how to make lasagna in a very simple way, yet keeping it very healthy and nutritious and delicious, of course. I've used a lot of vegetables here. You can camouflage any vegetables that your children don't prefer to eat, and they are going to love this. I have used store-bought lasagna sheets and homemade pasta sauce, some herbs, and regular kitchen condiments and spices. Let's get started. Used a large pan. You need to add some oil to this. I've used olive oil. You can use any other oil. Around 2 tablespoons is good enough. Add some chopped garlic. Make it nice and golden. Gives a nice punch to the dish. Add some chopped onions. I've used 1 large white onion. I'm going to saute it for a while. Now I'm going to add the veggies that are going to take a little longer to cook than the rest. Carrots, beans around a cup, zucchini. As I said, you can add any vegetables of your choice. You can add broccoli, you can add cauliflower, anything that you like or anything that you want to camouflage into it. Stir fry for 4 to 5 minutes. Add some salt so that veggies softens faster. Adding the pumpkin now. This adds a little sweetness to the dish. Mushrooms. Give it a nice mix. I'm going to also cover and cook this for a few minutes so that all the vegetables get cooked faster. Just for 2 minutes. Vegetables are ready. We're going to make a nice creamy vegetable mix here. To add some all-purpose flour, around 2 tablespoons of it. I'm showing you a very simple way of making this dish. So we're going to make this sauce along with the vegetables. So it's nice and quick and easy to make. Mix the flour nicely into the vegetables. Adding spinach at this point. Use frozen spinach. You can use fresh or frozen tomatoes. Usually when I buy spinach, I try to chop and freeze them. Wash, drain, chop and freeze them. And use it as and when required. Give it a nice mix. This is soya nuggets which has been soaked. You just have to squeeze out the water and add. If you don't get minced nugget, you can use big nuggets and just crush them. Sweet corn, capsicum, red peppers. Give it all a nice mix. I've used regular milk. You can use almond and soy milk if you're vegan. I've used 500 ml. Added half initially. Now giving it a nice mix, I'm going to add the rest of it now. Make sure you keep mixing. I'm also adding half cup of water to this. We don't want any lumps, so you have to keep mixing it because we have flour in it, all-purpose flour. But since we've roasted the all-purpose flour, it should not turn into a lump. Use crushed pepper, freshly crushed pepper. Now add all the herbs, rosemary, oregano, thyme. You can also add some red chilli flakes. You want to avoid this also, it's absolutely fine. Usually making white sauce is tricky, but this way you cannot go wrong. It's a very simple and easy way. I'm also adding some cheddar cheese. You can use vegan or regular cheese. just grate it. I'm not using a lot, just a tablespoon of it. But my gravy is going to be really nice and creamy and delicious. You don't need too much of cheese. You can add a little salt if you want at this point. This mix is going to thicken a little, so keep stirring it and to get the right texture. Now let's assemble the lasagna. I've taken a large baking dish. I'm going to add the homemade pasta sauce at the bottom layer. You can add anything to this pasta sauce: beetroots, carrots, tomatoes, onions, of course, but you can add some other veggies as well. I'm using ready-made pasta sheets. I'm going to soak it in warm water. Use a spatula if you need. Place it on the dish and the bottom layer. We're going to make 2 layers to make sure that the base is nice and firm. Don't worry about the cracks. It's all going to look good once it's cooked. Use a large dish so there is enough room for the pasta to expand. Adding the veggie mix now. Make sure you add it generously and cover all the corners and sides and edges. The pasta is going to absorb the moisture and expand, so you have to make sure that there's no room for any dry area. Just fill them up properly. Add any cheese of your choice. You can avoid this as well if you want to, but if you want to use cheese, use any kind of cheese that you like. Mozzarella or cheddar is preferred. Adding another layer. I'm going to repeat this step now. Soak it well in the water. We are using enough moisture with the sauces as well, so it shouldn't be a worry. You will not have any dry patches. Cover it up properly on all sides. As I said, you can add anything to this pasta sauce. Another layer of pasta sheet. I usually add beetroot and carrots also when I try to make it for the kids. Another layer of veggies. It's a one-pot meal and your family is going to love it. Now the final layer after the cheese. Add the rest of the sauce to this. I've used around 2 cups of pasta sauce here. There's no strict rule to this. You can do the layering as per your preference. Make sure you cover all the dry patches. Now a final layer of cheese on top. Yeah, that cover all the areas. I'm going to cover it with an aluminium foil. Loosely cover it so that the air inside helps the pasta to expand and cook beautifully. Bake it in the oven at 180 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to take the cover off after 20 minutes and let the top layer cook till it's nice and golden. So after 20 minutes, this is how it looks. It's still sizzling and hot, just out of the oven. I'm letting it cool for a while. It's looking so delicious, isn't it? Nice, hot, sizzling still. Wow, can't wait to eat it. It's still very hot, but I'll try and remove a piece and show you how it looks. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There are many such interesting vegetarian and vegan recipes. Wow. When it cools a little more, you can see the layers beautifully. They're distinct layers, but it's good as it is. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Greens and Grains. Thanks once again.